Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese is amid a successful WNBA offseason, finishing second in 2024 Rookie of the Year voting to Indiana Fever guard Caitlyn Clark. Reese took her talents to unrivaled Rose, BC for the inaugural season of the 3-on-3 League. Winning the league's Defensive Player of the Year award, Reese also received second-team All-Unrivaled honors. Even bigger than the individual accolades, Rose won the Unrivaled championship after defeating Vinyl in the title game. A hand injury sidelined Reese for the playoffs, but her teammates came through. This includes Indiana Fever guard Lexi Hull, who averaged 6.4 points in the regular season. While Hull struggled with her shot in 2 playoff games, 0 for 5, she dished out 3 assists and came away with 1 steal in 14 minutes of postseason action. Following Rose's championship, Hull sent a message to Reese under the Sky Forward's Instagram post. Caitlyn Clark has taken over the basketball world by storm. Despite spending only 1 year in the WNBA, she has developed a fan base that's willing to defend her honor. Recently, ESPN left Clark out of their top 5 women's collegiate basketball players of all time list, but Fox Sports didn't make that mistake, and her fans rejoiced. Caitlyn Clark's fans make peace with her ranking. Fox Sports put out their list of great college women's basketball players. The Indiana Fever's point guard found herself behind the UConn Huskies legend, currently New York Liberty's forward Breanna Stewart. In her college career, Stewart averaged 17.6 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. On the other hand, Clark registered 28.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 8.2 assists. Ultimately, Clark could not win the big one in her college career, reaching the NCAA championship twice but losing, while Stewart racked up 4 NCAA championships. This led to Clark's fans accepting her as the second-best women's college basketball player in history. Finally recognizing her greatness, replied one fan to the pictographic list on X. A champion will be crowned in the 2025 Women's NCAA Tournament on April 6th. A little more than a week later, some of the college basketball stars of March Madness will turn the page and start the next phase of their career at the 2025 WNBA Draft. Dawn Staley has been on this path before. Before Staley was the head coach of South Carolina women's basketball, she was a star athlete for the Virginia Cavaliers. She parlayed her collegiate success into a lengthy WNBA career and 3 Olympic gold medals with the U.S. women's team. Staley's experience at winning at all levels has translated to her coaching, helping South Carolina win 3 national championships in 7 years, including the most recent one in 2024. Staley is not the only coach in the 2025 Women's March Madness field who has WNBA experience. From Staley to Duke's Kara Lawson, here's a list of former WNBA players coaching in the 2025 NCAA tournament. Ultimate hype woman, Hull commented, highlighting Reese's support despite the injury. Selected 6th overall by Indiana in the 2022 WNBA draft, Hull is entering her 4th season. Playing 34 games last year, including 11 starts alongside Clark, Hull averaged 5.5 points while converting on 47.1% of her 3-point attempts. This proficiency from distance gave Clark another offensive weapon that helped Indiana make its first playoff appearance since 2016. Building on her strong WNBA campaign, Hull took her talents to Rose, where she and Reese formed a strong connection. The two will now go back to being Eastern Conference rivals when Indiana hosts Chicago on May 17th. Maureen Johannes is set to make her WNBA return with the New York Liberty in 2025, rejoining a team that clinched the championship in 2024. As she steps back onto the court, the French guard is keeping a close eye on the league's rising stars, particularly Caitlyn Clark, who has been making waves with the Indiana Fever. During a recent conversation with NBA legend Tony Parker and French national team standout Nando De Colo, Johannes shared her thoughts on Clark's impact, drawing a bold comparison. "A bit like Stephen Curry," Johannes remarked in French, likening Clark's influence to the NBA's revolutionary sharpshooter. She went on to name Clark and UConn's Paige Bueckers as the future faces of the WNBA, stating, "I think that she and Paige Bueckers will be the future of the WNBA and women's basketball. What she's doing with her team is huge. Everybody's talking about it. When the two of them will come to the league, I think it will evolve in the media. It'll be cool." Clark has already generated immense excitement since joining the Fever as the #1 overall pick in 2024. Her transition to the WNBA follows an illustrious college career at Iowa, where she led her team to back-to-back national championship appearances. Meanwhile, Buchers, a former National Player of the Year, is expected to be the top pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, setting the stage for a thrilling new era of women's basketball. A potential Clark-Buchers showdown could take place as soon as June 27th, when the Indiana Fever face the Dallas Wings. With their NCAA battles still fresh in fans' minds, the matchup is already generating buzz, with many anticipating it as the beginning of a marquee WNBA rivalry. For Johannes, the return to the Liberty means stepping into a championship-defending squad while witnessing the next generation take center stage. Whether Clark and Buchers can reshape the league remains to be seen, but their arrival is undeniably shifting the spotlight onto women's basketball in unprecedented ways. Angel Reese needed only 32 games to set a WNBA record. With 8 games left to play in the regular season, she may have the chance to shatter it. In a game Sunday against the Minnesota Lynx, Reese collected her 405th rebound of the year, setting a new WNBA single-season record and surpassing Sylvia Fowles' mark of 404 set in 2018. Reese, 22, entered Sunday averaging nearly 13 rebounds per game. If she continues at that pace, she is projected to easily surpass 500 rebounds in this season. Reese, the number 7 overall selection in the 2024 WNBA draft, has established herself as a force in the paint for the Chicago Sky. While the team is battling to stay in the playoff picture, Reese has been a bright spot for Chicago and is competing with Indiana Fever guard Caitlyn Clark in the chase for the WNBA Rookie of the Year award. This comes just 2 days after Reese set a pair of rookie records in a loss against the Fever. The mark for most double-doubles, 23 as a rookie, and the most rebounds, 399 in a single season, both of which were held by Tina Charles. Entering Sunday, Reese had been averaging 13.2 points, 12.9 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game. At halftime against the Lynx, Chicago, 11-20, was facing a 39-32 deficit. Reese had 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting and added 8 boards. Caitlyn Clark, now a rising star with the Indiana Fever, couldn't help but take notice when she stumbled upon a passionate pregame pep talk by Iowa's enthusiastic hype woman, Mama Z. The video, which quickly gained attention online, shows Mama Z rallying the Iowa women's basketball team with raw intensity before a matchup against UNC Greensboro. The charismatic speech featured Mama Z urging the players to channel the energy they had when they first tried out for the team. "If we don't win, we can never play ball again. You hear me? It's about to be some pressure," she stated before leading the team in a powerful "We Ready" chant. The clip soon went viral, catching the attention of the former Iowa superstar, Caitlyn Clark. Upon seeing the video, Clark didn't just hit the like button and move on. She was clearly fired up by the emotional pep talk and quickly commented, "Okay, eat then. This had me about to go through a brick wall. Heck yeah." Not only that, but she tagged Iowa's head coach Jan Jensen and assistant Raina Harmon, insisting that Mama Z be gifted some official Iowa women's basketball merchandise, remarking, "Get her Iowa WBB merch. She deserves it." Iowa dominates despite Clark's absence. Inspired by the electrifying pregame speech, the Iowa Hawkeyes demolished UNC Greensboro 71-25, earning a spot in the NCAA tournament's round of 32. Leading the charge was USC's Juju Watkins, who contributed 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Ava Hayden, who seemed particularly motivated by the pep talk, delivered a standout performance with 15 points and 7 rebounds, her career high. Reflecting on her impressive outing, Hayden said, "I think that over the past few months I've been putting in a lot of extra work. That has helped me get to the confidence level and skill level coming to games like this." Next, Iowa faces a tougher challenge in their second-round encounter against 3-seed Oklahoma. The Sooners have been on a hot streak, winning 10 of their last 11 games, and recently dismantled FGCU with an 81-58 win. The Hawkeyes will need to bring their A-game to topple Oklahoma, especially with the Sooners enjoying home court advantage. Caitlyn Clark's ongoing influence on Iowa basketball. Despite her transition to the WNBA, Caitlyn Clark remains a dedicated supporter of Iowa's basketball program. She's been spotted courtside at multiple games, often joined by her boyfriend Connor McCaffrey, the son of former Iowa men's coach Fran McCaffrey. Clark's passion for her alma mater continues to energize the Hawkeyes fan base, as demonstrated by her reaction to Mama Z's pep talk.